For centuries, human anatomy has been spoken in two entirely different languages. Eastern traditions mapped a luminous, energetic body. Western medicine mapped a mechanical system of meat, tubes, and pumps. In the East, they spoke of prana, a vital breath that organizes life, and nadis, the subtle channels it flows through. Modern Western science looked at these concepts, couldn't find them with a scalpel, and dismissed them as poetic metaphors. This strict biological materialism forced a strange ultimatum on humanity. You had to choose. You could either trust the subtle sensations of your own body, or you could believe your rational, scientific mind. But the tension between the mystic and the physician relied on a false assumption. The two sides were simply separated by a massive, centuries-long translation error. Between 2020 and 2026, a series of quiet discoveries in connective tissue research and cell biology began to rewrite the textbooks. Researchers mapping how cells communicate beneath the skin accidentally proved the exact energetic interface they spent centuries calling a myth. The ancient seers were never speaking in metaphors. They were mapping a physical, measurable reality that our laboratory instruments are only now sensitive enough to detect. Let's look at the first direct translation. The Upanishads describe the pranamaya kosha, a sheath of vital breath sitting between the gross body and the mind. Today, science calls this the biofield. This is a 3D mapping of cellular activity. Data from the Institute of Noetic Sciences shows that the biofield is an endogenous, ultra-weak electromagnetic and photonic field. It's generated from within by synchronized biological oscillators, like these mitochondria humming together. This field exerts measurable regulatory effects on cellular decision-making. It functions as an active information network, guiding the physical movement and development of your cells. What the ancients called vital energy is a mathematically measurable pulse of data, organizing the living space inside you. This brings us to the second translation. The mystical energy channels, known as nadis, map directly to your physical fascial network. For decades, doctors treated fascia as useless biological wrapping paper, just holding the important organs in place. But modern research reveals it as a body-wide piezoelectric tensegrity system. Here's a tensegrity structure under the piezoelectric effect. Moving, stretching, or breathing stresses collagen fibers, generating a microelectric potential. This electricity flows through interstitial fluid, packed with exclusion zone water, acting as a liquid crystal semiconductor, letting charges glide with zero resistance. It even transmits light. In 2022, a team at the University of Calgary demonstrated that human fascia emits coherent biophotons, actual particles of light, and the spectral signatures of these biophotons change predictably when a person shifts their breathing or focuses their intention. These biophotonic interference patterns suggest that the human form functions as a holographic lattice, using light to encode and transmit information across the entire body. The final translation bridges the central channel of mystical traditions, the sushumna, with a very real anatomical structure, the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is a massive bidirectional information highway. It constantly ferries complex signals upward from your visceral fascia directly into your brain. This highway connects directly into the realm of quantum biology. Research by scientists like Roger Penrose, pictured here with his Nobel Prize, and Stuart Hameroff, shows that microscopic structures inside your brain cells, called microtubules, resonate at exact frequencies that overlap with the body's biofield oscillations. This means the vagal highway carries highly coherent electromagnetic and potentially even photonic modulation from your gut to your mind. The pranic body is definitively real. It has just been hiding in plain sight, wearing the laboratory coats of bioelectromagnetics and quantum biology. Applying this unified map gives us a highly specific biological lens on human suffering. Psychological trauma becomes a measurable physical event. This diagram models what the ancients called pranic dissociation. During trauma, the actual fascial web contracts, biological coherence collapses, and the emission of biophotons scatters into chaotic visual noise. Healing, therefore, is the literal restoration of biological coherence. Through focused breath, touch, or presence, the field slowly reorganizes itself back around its native wholeness. This coherence may even extend between individuals. Clinical studies of attuned healer-Healy pairs measured non-local correlations between their nervous systems, suggesting our biological fields are capable of synchronization across space. Let's test this interface right now. Place one hand on your sternum and the other on your lower belly. Take a deep breath as though your entire fascial body is a single lung. As you inhale, feel the piezoelectric hum rise through your tissue. As you exhale, your physiology shifts toward the coherent state observed in biophoton research, where the body's light emissions become ordered and synchronized. In this specific, measurable biological event, the gap between ancient scripture and modern science completely disappears. Every cell in your body is participating in a single, measurable field of living light, a bridge of fascia, blood, and starlight that has always been there.